Hey everyone, John Lee here, also known as the Property Shark. Today I wanted to share with you guys my journey on why I decided to start my podcast and the process of how it came about, but also dive into kind of my mindset and what I'm doing on a daily basis to keep myself going. So let's get right into it, and if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do so. I'm going to be updating you guys on my journey with starting my podcast. I'm going to be updating you guys on my real estate journey as well, my investing journey. Just want to share the process, want to share my success with all of you, my struggles along the way, my mistakes that I've learned, and hopefully you guys can take away something from that as well. And if I feel that I'm qualified, I would definitely love to share some tips and advice. So let's get right into it. How I came about starting this podcast. So I believe in the power of network. You know, you have the saying where network is your net worth. And it's funny because as technology advances, even though we have more tools at our hands, at our disposal, it's harder for people to take action because there is an overabundance of ways that we can communicate and reach out to people. And I found myself kind of stuck in that rut as well. And I've been always making excuses, putting things off. It's impossible for me to contact this person. They won't get back to me. I don't know if I should email. I don't know if I should call. I don't know if I should text. And really what it came down to is just to simplify it. So it got to a point where I saw an opportunity for me to spend more time on the podcast, and again, with the current situation right now and the virus going around, I'm stuck at home. And when you're at home, you have a lot more time at your leisure and you're a lot more focused. You're by yourself, you think things through, and I saw an opportunity for me to take advantage of people being at home, but to do it in a way where I can build meaningful relationships. So the idea started from me being able to communicate with people on a platform where people regularly go on. And I've tried LinkedIn DMs, I've tried Facebook Messenger, Instagram DM, email, and what I found was Instagram DM is a lot easier to get a hold of people. And not only that, I love Instagram DM, direct message, for those of you that know, because there's a little scene button on the bottom right hand corner. So every time you send someone a message, even if they don't reply back properly or they don't reply at all, if they do end up opening your message, you'll get a little scene, and that gives me a little bit of a hope. It's kind of like a game where it's like, okay, like they saw my message, they haven't replied back yet, well, let me try hitting them up again. And eventually just want to keep on hitting them up, because the mindset that I had when I started this podcast was, okay, I'm going to reach out to people, and if people don't reply back to me or they don't give me a definite answer, I'm just going to assume that they were busy, they were occupied, they didn't have time to get back to me. So either way, your mindset should be, okay, when I'm approaching people, I want a definite answer. It's either going to be a definite yes or a definite no, but you don't want to be in the gray area, because you don't want to spend a lot of unnecessary time to bother someone or follow up with someone if they have no intentions and no interest to really work with you on something from the get-go, which is why pre-qualifying your potential interviewees or your potential clients is very important. And I learned that lesson on very early, and I would just keep on push, ask questions, and I got to a point where they politely decline, or they say yes, or they say maybe after this situation is sorted out, and that will give me an opportunity for me to follow up with them after this is sorted out, or maybe follow up with them through Instagram story, hit them up every couple of days, comment on their story, comment on their post, and try to get their attention that way as well. And that's how I kind of started reaching out to people. Prior to that though, because I don't come from a background of creativity, I don't really know how to edit and film that well. So it was very important for me to be able to connect with a like-minded individual and connect with a videographer. Shout out to Devin Ewan, Devin Shoots. Go give him some love on IG. But we connected from the get-go, and I interviewed a lot of other videographers at that time as well, photographers, and we just clicked. I had this idea that I brought to him, and we were just kind of talking about how we could execute it in different ways that we can approach it. And before you know it, the next week we scheduled our first ever podcast episode with Sam, and I really had no idea what I was doing. I was just like, Devin, like, let's do this. He's like, I was like, well, do you know anyone? Because I assumed that he had connections. Again, leveraging other people's connections. He's in the videography, photography industry. He must know a lot of clients who are business owners, creatives, entrepreneurs, and yeah, so it kind of started there, and we hit up Sam, and he was super amazing. Shout out to Sam, Pulse Digital. We shot our first episode, and from there on, it was kind of like, okay, how do we build a system where we can consistently interview people, but we can also consistently put out content? So we took it from the greats. Gary Vaynerchuk, he has his file on his booklet on how to repurpose content and how to create 200 or 600 pieces of content in a day. So essentially our vision was to repurpose that content across multiple social media platforms to be able to expand and grow our audience, but also really give people what they want, right? So for example, on Instagram, short little nugget clips, 15 seconds to a minute long, give them the juicy stuff. You have the video, you have a time bar, you have the title, you also have the wording that goes along the bottom, because there's no sound that plays initially, so that's to catch people's attention. So we do that. We take the long form, post it on YouTube for people to watch who are more visual. Take the audio, we strip it, we put it on podcast format for people to listen if that's where they want to go. And we're also trying to find a way to kind of get the content on LinkedIn as well. So I think I might just try dropping the same content for Instagram on LinkedIn, and start doing that right now. I just got the idea right now, so I'm gonna implement that tonight and see how that goes. And obviously on Facebook, again, the short clips do really pretty well on Facebook as well. And it's been great. I mean, we wanted a system in place to have consistent content released on a weekly basis, where we drop an episode, the full video, we drop the podcast, we drop 5 mini clips. Actually, that's the 7-day. And in order for us to get reoccurring interviewees and podcast episodes out every week, it was just more of on the back end. Devin, a great person to connect with. He has a lot of connections, but also on my end of things, just hitting people up on DM, on Instagram DM, Facebook Messenger, LinkedIn messages. I found Instagram DM to be the best, most effective way to really reach people. So I've been doing that a lot, and I send out, you'd be surprised, out like 20 DMs a day, just hitting up people that I see value in and I would want to personally build a relationship with. And the whole idea of having this podcast is to be able to inspire myself and to be able to inspire others to really go after their passion, to go after their dreams, and to not hold anything back and not have any regrets, and live life to the fullest. And I needed a little bit of that. And I figured, what's the best way to do that than to surround myself with like-minded individuals, successful individuals, but in the process I can share that knowledge and that conversation with more people to impact them. And it's been amazing. I mean, the response that I've been getting have just been overwhelming. The support, the love from the community and entrepreneurs and just so many lovely individuals. I feel like everyone really has a story to share, and so we'll see how things go. I mean, we're on our 4th episode right now. We have probably 5 episodes that we've kind of pre-recorded. Fortunately, with the COVID-19, it's hard to kind of do more in-person interviews, which I love to do, because then I get to interact with the interviewee in person. We get to talk it up. It's more personal, but I've really taken on that opportunity to leverage technology. I mean, there's a bunch of amazing video conferencing programs, apps out there that you can record the whole conversation. So really, Zoom is one of them. They've been great. So I'm just leveraging Zoom and using their platform to build content and continuously put it out there. Yeah, I want to keep you guys posted on the journey. Definitely watch some of the episodes below. It's called On the Rise, and if you're more of a listener, the podcast is featured on Spotify, Apple Podcasts. It's on Anchor as well. So a lot of golden nuggets. I'm sure you guys will take away a lot. And also, if you want to be part of it, or you know someone who would love to contribute and be part of this podcast, definitely shoot me a DM. My Instagram information will be linked down below. Thank you so much for watching this video. Just want to give you guys an update and on why I started this podcast, and hopefully I can look back on this, and it's kind of like a video journal for me as well. So hopefully you guys took away something from it. Go out there, take action. There's plenty of opportunity right now online, specifically when you're locked in at home. You can do so much making content. You can try online e-commerce business. You can try trading stocks, forex. I'm learning about all of that right now too. Hence, I have some trading and stock videos up as well. You can be cold calling as a real estate. You can still be prospecting, learning how to do Facebook ads. I'll drop some of that knowledge as well for you guys. Again, just sharing what I know, what I learned, and hopefully you guys can take away something from it. So thanks again. My name is John Lee. Really appreciate all of you guys watching till the very end. Love you guys so much, and don't forget to subscribe, like the video. If you have any questions, drop it down below. Take care. We'll see you next time.